Hello my viewers, this is another questions and answers, questions that I get from your emails, and I'm hoping that I can give you some kind of an answer. So let's look at one of them here that I recently got. I'm a recent graduate of medical engineering and recently got a job in an internal complex housing, shopping malls, and executive housing. I am deputed to a chiller plant room. Though I know the basics of an absorption system, the very sight of a plant room seems too frightening. All so much integrated pumps, chillers, chemical dousing pumps, headers, bypass and control sensors, discharge lines going to the service areas such as office buildings, shopping malls, and stuff like that, and goes on and on. So what I would say here is jump in there feet first, okay? Because the more that you douse yourself in the trade and in understanding the equipment that you work with, the much easier your job is going to become later down the road. Of course, you know, the first year or two or so, especially with chillers and a lot of other commercial and industrial systems, is going to be kind of different than, say, residential systems. So, like I said, just jump in there, don't be afraid. And one thing to remember, one thing that my HVAC instructor told me that really opened my eyes was, it's already broken, so don't be afraid to break it. And I'll pass that along to you now. Let's see, let's look at another one. Dr. Zarkloff, can you make a video on incremental units of sequence of operation? I made a video like that some time ago. It's a heat pump video, I remember that. And I have a couple of them that show the operation sequence. Maybe you found it, I don't know, maybe if it didn't help you, I don't know, but I might have to make another video about it again sometime. Alright, here's another one. It's really great of yourself to share the knowledge with your viewers. Thanks for the HVAC expertise and support. Have a question concerning a Copeland semi-hermetic compressor. It is used in a low temperature small walk-in cooler about 4 by 5 feet. The compressor is about 20 years old, it won't start, cycles on and off on its overload. Checks good by ohming windings, relay, good start cap and run cap is good, the voltage is good. My opinion, it's some kind of mechanical failure, and he wants to rip into the compressor and, you know, check and see if it's got maybe some bad valves or something like that. Okay. Oh, and also the run cap he's saying is a 20 microfarad at 440 volts, but it's only giving him 15 microfarad. Well, that kind of threw me a bit, because usually a semi-hermetic compressor is going to be three-phase, but if the refrigeration system has a regular condensing fan motor rather than a watt motor, then what you're going to, then the run cap sounds more like it would be for a condensing fan motor. Now, I think that yes, replacing the condensing fan motor would be where you'd want to start, and you want to check and make sure that that condensing fan motor is running, because that will make your system short cycle. It'll go out on high head all the time, on off. It's very common. Here's another one. Let's see. Hello, good doctor. I recently graduated a HVAC school and was wondering, on a job interview, what are some of the key questions that an interviewer asks? Well, of course, they're going to want to know what kind of experience you had. and they actually, I've been given tests written tests to see if I actually knew what I was doing. That's one thing you might want to know. I mean, especially should pass some simple questions like what is usually red and green and yellow and white and all the color coding means on say a thermostat, the wiring. So the other two, of course, would be like knowing what the difference is between a package unit and a split unit. And of course, I mean, usually the questions are going to, they just want to know what you know. Okay, what kind of systems you've worked on in the past. And of course, if you've never worked on anything, best, I guess, boggle them with your knowledge. So, okay, here's another one. Dr. Z, how can you tell when an expansion valve is stuck open or closed? Check pressure on low side and high side. So what should the pressure be? Thank you. Okay, well, first of all, yeah, you could put the gauges on there, but your pressure is going to depend on things like what kind of refrigerant you have in the system anyway. And if you're getting like 0 psig on the low side, then it's very possible that your expansion valve is slap closed. And the biggest reason for that happening is going to be a bad power head. Okay, so if you have the opportunity to be able to replace the power head, well, that's great. If your power head is integrated with the TXV, like it's soldered on instead of screwed on or something, well then, yeah, you're going to have to replace the entire expansion valve. Okay, let's see, check out another one here. Thank you so much for the videos. I'm learning so much since I am new to the field. Question: What is the wet bolt and dry bolt? And I think you have that maybe understood there. A wet bulb and dry bulb, okay, is what that was about. And that a wet bulb reading would be when you say a wet rag or wet sock or something like that around the mercury, like on the bottom of, say, a thermometer, and look at the reading. Okay, that would be a wet bulb reading. And a dry bulb reading is when you do not put anything wet around the mercury side of the thermometer and get a reading. So I hope I've explained that. Let's see. Here's another one. If someone goes from an old school 2-ton AC to a new 2-ton 16 Seer, what on average are the expected savings? Okay, well, first of all, it all depends on the Seer rating that your old 2-ton system was rated at. Okay, and you might be able to do some math there by, for example, you kind of have to know what, first of all, you were paying on your electric bill just for that air conditioner. Okay, I mean, you know, what was the actual consumption rate of that air conditioner on a typical day? And to give you an example, let's say your old 2-ton air conditioner was an 8 Seer, okay, and you go to a 16 Seer. Now, for the most part, right there, you can cut your energy consumption on the air conditioner in half. I'm not saying cut the electric bill in half, because you probably may have other things running in your house too, but the air conditioning itself, you should be able to cut the energy consumption in half. Well, that's pretty much what I've got today on questions and answers.